Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. It has been forever since we saw you guys. It's
It really
time
hasn't
to
been too
talk
long.
about The Amazing Race 34 premiere. So excited this show is back so quickly this time.
That's right.
Yes.
But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And support us on Patreon, please, at patreon.com/nerdtainment.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Literally just wrapped the Big Brother recap.
Yeah, here we are.
But this week has just been so busy and crazy. We
Yes.
had a Survivor and Amazing Race premiere last night. We did Survivor last night, doing Big Brother and Amazing Race tonight.
Woo!
Because we have to talk about it all.
I know. We got to get this premiere in, which was like quite chaotic. Amazing Race is already crazy enough to track over the course of an episode. Every time I watch it, I'm like, I do not envy these story producers who are like piecing together all of this footage from the field in, post-production. But then to add the chaos of you can do these challenges in whatever order you like.
I scramble.
How am I supposed to keep track of who's in the lead?
Look, a scribble is very fun to watch, but when you take notes,
But I am a recapper.
so that you can talk about it. Which, by the way, do you still do Wordle?
Of course.
Did you do recap yesterday?
Yeah.
How? I just got such a chuckle out of it.
Did you guess it like first word?
No.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
No, it still took me like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
but
same.
I was
But
like,
that was.
but once I was like, recap.
Yeah.
I should have said that already. Oh, it made me so happy.
Yes.
I felt like it was just for us,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you, Wordle.
back to this. Let's go to Munich, Germany.
Let's start it off in Munich, Germany, the first time ever, not in America.
What was that about? Just to like get them there
I
logistically?
think they're just like, you know what? Let's get you to Germany, get you tested, blah blah blah, and just get that all out of the way.
I bet they had to sit there for a couple days and make sure everybody was not COVID-y.
Yeah.
But they're gonna start out on like a raft boat. This was just like, hey,
it's just like a big opening moment.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in the trailer and I was like, oh, what's that? That looks cool. And it's just a big moment.
Just like a Disney ride.
Yeah, there's nothing to it really.
But it's cute. So we're seeing them.
Yeah.
Then they, come gather with
At
Phil.
Nymphenburg Palace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Phil's gonna be like, hey, let's talk.
Yeah, we're meeting the teams, getting to know them.
Abby's like, hi! Oh my God, hi! I'm here!
I'm here! I'm on The Amazing Race!
I'm here!
She's just going to be
I love it.
big smiles
So excited.
and big eyes all season.
Yes.
Very
excited.
excited.
How much I love someone with big eyes.
There was, when we met Tim and Rex, I was kind of laughing because, Rex is who he is, whatever. And then Tim goes, I'm a probation officer. And I met Rex on the golf course. And I'm like, are you Rex's probation officer? Like, what's happening here?
What you don't know, we keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
Whoops. Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
The twins, their story is so captivating.
I love them.
They're there to make up for some lost time.
I love them so much.
I mean,
I really wanted to draft them, but then I was like, I can't draft them for my team. But they actually did a decent job this episode.
They sure did. A couple teams surprised me.
Yeah.
T-Rex included.
Oh, amen.
Okay. Where'd that come from?
And also our lesbians who got drafted like second.
Yes.
They also surprised me.
At how they got out?
For the wrong reason.
Yeah,
exactly.
Unfortunate.
Well, we're getting to know everybody. Phil is like introducing the twist of the season. They're shocked that there are no non-elimination legs, et cetera, et cetera. And we get right into it. And Phil's like, run to get your bags, but run around the fountain first. And then you can get to your bags. And there are 3 clues in there for 3 challenges. Do them in whatever order you want, etc. I did like the shot. You know how we love to see the behind the scenes stuff.
Love it.
And where they start to run around the fountain, they like zoom out and there's like a camera dedicated to grabbing a shot of all the producers and camera guys who are like ready to start the race along with them.
Love.
And I just love seeing that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so fun. So he's like, hey, you're going to get this information and you just go and do the things whenever you want and wherever you want. And then, like I'll find you at the pit stop. You know what I mean?
And it's like, what? I know. I did like that it wasn't like, here's where the pit stop is. It's just, once you have your clues, you'll realize where the pit stop is. So there's like an element of people trying to figure out like,
oh, it'll be
it's here,
over
here, and here. And so
yeah.
we're going to guess that the pit stop's near the river kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't necessarily see that play out in a meaningful
way. No, I really
way,
wanted to know, like, was it near the park? Was it near the, we didn't see water, but someone thought it was going to be near some park. I don't know if that helped anybody, but let's get into this because let me tell you what is scrambles is hard to take notes about. We're going to roll, saw, and smash, y'all. What we see though first, as everyone is getting their bearings, getting into their car, which was not a stick, by the way. Asta and Nina, one of my faves. They are going to go, give us this map. Let's talk to a local. I want all the information. Give it to me right now.
Okay.
Before I go out.
Yes, I'm not remembering this moment specifically of them like making a big deal about meeting a local.
To get all the details? You didn't see them going through the
Well,
map?
I saw many teams doing that.
Okay, you missed a big chunk of what they were doing at that.
Okay.
They weren't just like, here's the location, here's the location, here's the location. They said, then we're going to get all the details about how we go
how to get from here to here.
And then here to here.
I remember
and then you see all the cars
leaving.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, literally, like the editor made a point to be like, here's Derek and Claire in their car, which is leaving, and here are the military brothers in their car leaving.
Just driving on by them while they're like, great, okay, so if I take a left, and then am I going to see a landmark here? Let me just jot that down. Oh boy, this was it was a lot. Okay, but we're gonna get to roll first.
Okay,
this is where we're rolling a beer keg. My notes say bear keg for some reason.
Oh, yep.
Around a hay obstacle. They have 55 seconds to do so. Michael and Marcus, our brothers, are arriving first.
They are. They get there pretty quickly.
They take 2 attempts.
Yeah, you have to get down and back in 1 minute. They get it on the second attempt. You know, I guess on the first attempt, like one of them threw it over the bale of hay, and that was like not okay, disqualified. I loved this man who
the judge guy.
Yes, every time they did it, he'd be like, "You've done it." He was like so happy when they completed the challenge. He was rooting for everybody, and I loved his energy the whole time.
I do appreciate that. Yeah, Ray. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you.
Good super sticker. Yeah. You know, I write this down because this is what I'm used to writing. They take 2 attempts and they leave before any team arrives.
Yeah.
Not that that means anything in a scramble, though.
Right. But it is. Yeah, I guess it doesn't mean anything in a scramble.
They still, this is a fact, though.
It's quick.
There's no other team there.
It's quick.
Yeah.
Then we get Dom, D-O-M, and she is driving and remembering who she is, her power, her strength.
I'm gonna do this.
And I'm like, girly, I am here with you, and I want that all season from you. I need motivational. She is on my draft team, and I'm here for all of it.
I think she's gonna give it to us.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna get emotional all season.
Yep.
And I love it. She gets to. They do the roll first. No, they do the saw.
They're at saw.
The saw, which we should talk about. Generally strategy with the saw because some people just didn't get it.
You don't get it.
But Dom is like, I love a workout. Let's do it.
Let's go. She's like, here it is. Right, our first challenge. Let's get in here. You're there. We're here. We're going pull and a pull and a pull. Like they are here for it, even though they have the completely wrong strategy.
Now, here is the thing with the saw. I hope we all learned this from watching. You should not be pushing. It is about a pull this way and then a pull the other way, okay? You don't need to help them pull by pushing because by pushing, you're warping the saw and then it can't make its way cleanly through the log. So if any of us here in this group ever has to do this in the future, you pull one way and then you let it go and the other person pulls the other way. And that's it.
It also, let's just talk about a saw has been around forever. It's one of the first tools.
One of the basic tools.
Yes. It was created to work.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all. Do you think the people who saw for a living do that for 10 hours a day? No, you go da 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 because the saw is going to do the work.
The saw does the work for you. It makes your life easier.
Yes, that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's making Rich and Dom's life not easier at this point. But we're going to jump over to roll right now.
Well, now here's what I love. We get 3 teams at the same time.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So it's Abby of Abby and Will.
The sweethearts.
Please remind me if I get the names wrong. Derek of Derek and Claire.
We know them.
And then Aubrey, who's of the ballroom dancers, right?
David and Aubrey are ballroom dancers. Yes. They're all 3 together here, rolling the stuff over the hay, the keg over the hay. Derek and Claire, boom, and out.
Done in one.
Done.
Love it.
They're just killing it. Just killing it.
Just are killing it.
Now the smash is gonna turn into a detour here, I guess, because it's like, who wants to chill? Then they gotta pick which person.
Is that a detour or is it a roadblock?
Oh my gosh.
Are we out of practice? I think it's a roadblock.
I'm literally covering Amazing Race Australia right now. I should not be.
Is it a roadblock? The detour is where you have one of 2 choices, right? And a roadblock is where you decide who's going to do it. I
was about to be like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's probably why I wrote it down, because I really legitimately thought. Anyway, it's the one where you have to pick one of your partners to do it.
Yeah, roadblock.
So you guys know how many streams I've done.
Right?
Thank you, Sean.
Okay. I'm like starting to question myself now.
I genuinely couldn't even answer you. I was like, I don't know. I wrote down detour.
Well, it is a roadblock.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know which of the twins chose it. Do you?
Nope. So I have a twin and I have someone from Miami.
Oh, yeah. This is I started to confuse the firefighter and his wife with the ballroom dancers. Because it's all the dance thing. Because the wife of the firefighter is the dancer for Pitbull.
Yeah.
Halfway through the episode, I'm like, oh, this is not the same team.
They're not the same team. They are wearing big croquette shirts.
Yeah, I loved that. He demolished that ice.
Yeah.
He was hacking at that thing like very, very convincingly. I actually was surprised that they didn't finish better overall for this episode. But
yeah, we're smashing ice over there. Yeah. It doesn't seem too hard. You just got to put some muscle into it.
But then we're getting some people who are lost, which I love. Those engaged lesbians are lost. And Rex and Tim are also lost. I was not super surprised to see Rex and Tim struggling. I'll say.
I wrote down Rex and Ryan. Like, this is where I am just mentally, you guys. I'm just going to share it with you because we're just there. We're just there now.
Listen, we told you all at the beginning of this stream. It's a lot. The Amazing Race.
Yes, but and then all of it.
Yeah.
All the shows. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, they're just driving around. Yes.
There is a Ryan on Survivor. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's so many names. So many shows.
I know. That's why I'm literally calling them the engaged lesbians and the twins and the cheerleaders. That is one of the things I love about Amazing Race. We can just refer to them as like team theme.
Team theme.
And I don't need to know their names.
I'll get to your names leg 3. Okay.
Yeah, right.
That'll work.
So then I've got in my notes dad and daughter.
Yes, father and daughter at saw.
They get to the saw.
We're sawing with them. Then Rich and Dom. What are we calling them? Motivation?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we have their names.
Rich and Dom, we have their names.
Yeah.
They're still there, is what's going on. And the father and daughter are like, cool, let's saw this like within 2 minutes.
Figure out how to use a saw.
Yeah. So they're just going to go like it's butter.
Yeah.
And leave.
Yep. They do it pretty easily. That must have been a little bit demoralizing for Rich and Dom.
Tough. That's tough to see.
Then the cheerleaders are going. Now they're good. These cheerleaders.
They are.
They get to the ice. Bing, bang, boom. Nobody really struggled that much with the ice. It's just a matter of like, break it as quickly as possible. Some people did it faster than others, but I don't think the saw seemed to be the one that people were like really struggling with if they were struggling.
Right.
And then a few people struggled with the down and back of the
rolling. Yeah. Turned out to be a little challenging for some people.
Then I love the lesbians show up at the same place as Rex and Tim at the same time. And they're like, oh, that's not good that we're showing up at the same time as Rex and Tim.
I don't know where you are. My notes
say,
but at roll, Will and Abby and David and Aubrey do get it on the second attempt. I have that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then Smash, Maddie gets it.
Yeah.
Nina and Tim. Oh, that's it.
Maddie's
Nina and
the
Tim
cheerleader,
arrive. Right? Nina is the engaged lesbian, and
yeah.
Tim is of Rex and Tim. Okay.
Yep. Woo! We're here. We're here.
We're
See,
at the same
it's
place.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Glenda is going to finish.
The newlyweds.
Are Glenda and Lumumba.
Right.
Then we're going to go back to Saw.
Yep.
The father and daughter.
That's when they finally get it done. Yeah. And then finally, Rich and Dom get it done.
And we're going to see Derek and Claire arrive here.
Yes, to the Saw.
At this point.
No more scrambles, please.
Yeah, look how this is scrambling us.
Yeah. Then do we have the military bros who are destroying the ice? They also did that very quickly.
Yes.
I thought.
Yeah. Michael and Marcus, they just kill it.
Yeah.
Then back to the roll. Glenda's and Lumumba are going to finish.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So now they have
how
two.
How did they get there?
They finished the smash. I know.
Yeah.
They finished the smash, then they finished the roll. So they've got 2 done now.
Yes.
And then Derek and Claire passed the Saw. So they have 2 done because they've already finished roll and they just finished the Saw.
Yeah.
So people are starting to get their second one done, but it's
the
just.
The twins get done at roll. We see that.
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to get to a point here where thankfully Phil's going to be like, these 6 teams have completed 2 tasks.
Yep.
And the other half have only done 1.
Thank God for that moment.
We have that.
To have any kind of clarity on like who's doing what. Because I'm looking at the ballroom dancers, for example, and I'm like, they seem to be moving slowly, but like, how can you tell? Like I have no idea who's in what place. There's like sort of an extended moment of the military bros getting turned around in their car. Mm-hmm. And so you're, seeing sort of this self-driving chaos. Then the high school sweethearts, they finish the Saw, which is their second challenge.
Yes,
done.
They do very well. Saw like butter.
Yeah.
They pass another team. Mm-hmm. Glenda and Lumumba flying through. Aubrey and David are going to show up at this point. Then we get to Smash, and I just have to say, because Derek and Claire are there, Derek's like, yeah, I'm going to smash. And then he puts on a little bit of a show before he starts
and
to
Claire's like,
I was like, wait, is he performing? He's like got a chicken. He's like, I'm performing for the locals.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, thank you, Claire. Be like, we're on a race.
It's a race, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was cute.
Before he finished his smash, which by the way, Derek was also they were very quick with everything. He smashed that ice in like 4 hits. But the cheerleaders actually get to their final challenge, the Saw, first.
Okay.
But then we get to Derek and Claire, and they get to Smash, which is their final challenge, and he finishes that very quickly.
Yeah.
So they are done first, right? And so we get like that check-in of like currently in first place, right? They've completed all of their challenges. And Claire's like in the car driving, and she goes, this is the most nervous I've been on the race. And I'm like, girl, it's the first leg. Like, of course it's the most nervous you've been. You haven't done anything yet.
We might be nervous at the beginning, but I guess she's more nervous.
I guess. Yeah. I was like,
why are you nervous when you know you're probably in the lead?
Yeah.
Like they know they're not at the back.
I did love that conversation where Derek was like, I mean, worst case scenario, I would say maybe 8th, but who knows? We could be first. And it's like, yeah, you are. Actually.
Yeah, you are. So we do get the heads up that yes, they're first, and that the newlyweds, Glenda and Lumumba.
Yeah, I love that.
Second. Yes, I was so shocked and pleasantly
surprised. I know, pleasantly surprised by them.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So basically, we just get a bunch of montages here because now everyone is just scrambling to get those last tasks as we see people starting to arrive at the mat. And yes, Artie, stand by. We're going to discuss that in just a moment about their not having their bags at the mat.
Interesting.
Some teams didn't have their bags at the mat.
Okay. The one montage that I was kind of stuck on a little bit was when Tim and Rex and Dom and Rich get to the roll at the same time, and Tim and Rex finish. Like it's just kind of always a bad sign when like Tim and Rex are finishing before you,
Yeah.
Dom and Rich are just not bringing it in this first leg the way that I want them to.
Yeah.
They're really struggling.
The way that Rex Ryan just hurled his body
Yeah.
down with the beer keg. Like seemingly in just like fear of like, I don't want to let anyone down. We've got to get this done.
Yeah.
It was a bit surprising and
impressive.
Props to you for
Yes.
sure. Yeah, we did not see that coming.
I love to see it, really.
I'm pretty sure everyone said they were going to be first boots.
Yeah, I think we all thought that.
So
it's encouraging that they're not.
Yes, but this is definitely bringing Rich and Dom down.
They suck at the role. I'm going to say it. But they finally finish. Of course, I mean, everybody finishes, right?
It takes them 4 tries.
It's bad. Like, yeah.
What I learned from speaking with Asta and Nina this morning in the exit interview is that every time you did this 55-second take, you had a 2-minute sit and wait penalty.
Oh, wow.
Before you got to do it again.
Okay.
So I imagine that just builds up the stress.
Yeah.
Every time you don't get it.
Yeah.
And then you have to sit there for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Before you get to do it again.
That sucks. Yeah. But you also kind of need that breather.
Maybe.
You know? I don't know. But I'm sure you don't want to waste a second. But we're still getting this thing about the military bros. They seem to be like, there was this whole segment of like, they showed 4 teams finish the saw while the military bros were just trying to find the saw. But they didn't end up being like a team that was, you know,
they didn't do horrible, but they definitely didn't know how to saw. And we
the
saw
directions
them,
thing, you got to figure that out.
We saw them struggle with navigation.
Yeah.
So they might have a
and
rough
they're
time
also,
on this.
I think they're extra stressed when they get to the saw because they were one of those teams that was like pushing and pulling and you just see the saw doing that and you're like, don't like just pull back and forth is all you have to do. It's so easy. Then the dad and daughter, love to see the dad and daughter doing well.
Shocked by this as well.
He does the chill and boom boom. Yeah. They're done. And I think at this point we're probably starting to see people arrive at the mat, right? But should we just save it for like a full rundown? Yeah.
We'll go through the order of finishing. The last little bit that is important to this episode is that Asta and Nina, our engaged lesbians, are taking forever at the role.
Forever. How many tries? I don't know that they did like a ticker of how many tries they did.
It takes them 5 tries.
That's tough.
The 5th one. And we do see the Miami couple arrive and get it on their first try and leave. And so you know that is frustrating.
Yeah.
Another thing interesting that Asta and Nina mentioned was that when reading the clue, it was talking about getting the barrel over the finish line at 55 seconds. What they realized from watching the other teams is that it was just the barrel. Like if you got the barrel over. So like if you are getting there close and you just shoved that barrel at the very last couple seconds, even though you couldn't quite get your body across the line. Yeah.
Got it.
So Nina is like right there with the barrel, thinking she has to cross the line with it as well.
Yeah.
And they thought if they had realized that, maybe that would have, helped them and they would have figured it out.
A couple of placement things I want to point out before we get into like how everybody did finally. The twins finish all 3 of their challenges. And I hesitate to say this because whatever, we've had some questionable information based on this chaotic viewing of the premiere. But I swear to you, it said while they were in their car, twins currently in 10th place. And then somehow they finished in 5th.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, they must. So that made me wonder. And I'm curious if anybody in the chat found the same thing. But like, they were one of the teams that was talking about, we're going to try to do this challenge last because we think that's near the pit stop. I wonder if they maybe picked the right one. And they finished their challenge, in 10th place, but were so close to the pit stop that they passed a bunch of people on the way. I don't know, but I could have sworn I didn't write down that they were, in 10th, but I just remember seeing that little chyron. And then I was like, wait a minute, what? There's 5th? So that was interesting. And then the ballroom couple is actually the couple who finishes in last place. They finished Smash, the ice thing, and it says currently in last place. So they actually were behind Asta and Nina, but made their way to the pit stop faster.
Well, let's get to this pit stop.
Let's get to it.
The Angel of Peace.
Yeah.
Derek and Claire, they're driving could we maybe possibly be first? Where is it? I think
Yeah.
we have to go through a tunnel. And then Derek says, Claire, it's Phil.
Yeah. There he is.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's Phil.
We found it. There it is.
There it is.
Yes. And nobody's there. Maybe we're first.
They are. You guys are first. They win
Huge.
$5,000.
Love it.
Love
the
it.
man at the mat, that beard was insane.
Ooh. Love it.
That was crazy.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting for Derek and Claire. Love to see them up at the top.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're just having fun.
Yeah.
Just enjoying it. Second place, Glenda and Lamona.
Love this.
Our
Love
newlyweds
this. I love being proven wrong.
Right? They see things from up high and down low. They go low, they can go high.
Yes.
Love them. Love
Yeah.
their energy. Very excited about them. They're on my draft.
Yeah. Good for you. Good. That was like you got them by default, I think, weren't they left over?
No, they were up high on my list.
No, I think you wanted them, but
Yeah.
I think they were the last pick. Because I believe
don't
I
think
remember I was
last pick.
choosing between the ballroom dancers and the newlyweds, and I left the newlyweds for you.
Tim and Rex weren't the last left.
No, because Kayla picked them for whatever
Oh, that's
reason.
interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for leaving them for me. I definitely wanted them on my list. So very excited about that. Third place, Quentin
Cheerleaders.
and Maddie.
Yeah.
Also on my team.
Okay.
Also on my draft team. Who did great? I did. Actually,
Wow.
James did better than me
Yeah.
in this. Fourth place, Linton and Sharik, father-daughter.
Father-daughter. Love to see it.
No one saw this coming. Emily and Molly are our fifth
Again.
place.
Love to be proven wrong. Like
These
I thought.
twins.
I don't know how well they're gonna do. Love a fifth place finish for them.
Yeah, these twins have barely know each other.
Yeah.
And they're traveling together.
Yeah.
Good job.
Love it. Military Bros are sixth,
Sixth.
despite all of those traffic problems and
Right?
directions and all of that.
This
Sixth
is
place,
what
but I
I'm
wonder
gonna-
if it's like setting the stage.
I'm going
for
to point
something.
out that they do not have their backpacks. They do have their fanny packs. They did a little bit. We see a little bit of walking around the brothers, Michael and Marcus, and Tim and Rex Ryan. What is his name? Okay. They did
We're
a
gonna
lot
get her
of.
some rest, and it's gonna be okay.
I get to sleep at some point next week. Those two teams are like looking for the pit stop, and they're walking around.
Yeah.
They don't have any bags. They don't have a fanny pack. They don't have a backpack. Tim and
Interesting.
Rex. Okay. But they're going to get on the mat.
Copy that.
6th and 7th.
And then it is Abby and Will, all smiles, 8th place. Happy to be here. So
Childhood
excited to be on the
sweethearts.
race. And then it is Dom, DOM, and Rich in 9th place.
Nice.
I was like,
couple.
okay, I'm going to take it. I want you to do better. Because I want you to stick around.
So Dom is already like, we are challenged for a reason. We're supposed to feel these challenges, and we want to do hard things, and we're gonna get. She's already there.
She's pumping herself up.
And it was just rolling a keg and
Rolling a
stalling.
keg.
I think we have a journey ahead of us.
I'm here for the journey. I am rooting for you, Tom.
Rooting.
Louis and Michelle.
Yes,
10th, that's
10th
the
place.
husband and wife,
Miami.
right? Miami firefighter, pitbull dancer.
Yes.
And then Phil does the whole big scene
Does
about
it.
like,
Do it, Phil.
oh, Aubrey and David. Oh, wow.
They walk up worried,
Defeated.
and he's
And
like,
you know Phil is looking for that.
yeah.
And he's like, if I see that look in their eyes like they think they're last, I'm going to milk that for every second I possibly can. And this
He's
one
like,
actually,
you can see, you felt it, right? You felt it.
it's been a tough day
How
for you.
how does it feel?
It's not, you're in Germany. You don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
Self-driving. Had trouble with the driving, didn't you? Didn't
Then
you?
Aubrey's face.
I love that it gets interrupted because they
Yes.
see the team behind them.
The way
And
she
they're like-
lit up.
I
The realization that there's another team approaching and Phil's just messing with them.
love it. I love it. They
He's like-
immediately are like
He's like,
doubled
what's
over.
that? Get out of here. We
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah. You're 11th. Okay, bye.
Okay.
I got to do a big speech now to
Big
these
speech.
people.
This one. Then Asta and Nina.
So bummed. Do you remember
So bummed.
in our draft?
Yeah.
I said, I'm getting Will and James vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Could not
Was
have been
that just
more
your
wrong.
gaydar going off?
Could not.
Was that it?
Truly. It's just because they're gay. Because nothing else is similar.
Look,
and enthusiasm for the race.
Kayla did draft them first. I think all of us were very excited about them.
Yeah.
Asta is a true fan of the show.
Yeah.
They were so fun to talk to today. Please, if you haven't seen the exit interview, go watch it because we all just laughed and talked. I said, I'll go. Asta does comedy. I was like, I'm going to come to your show. Like, we're all friends now. It was just, this was really a bummer that we're not going to get to see more of them on the show.
Yeah.
But I think they made some mistakes. Like this was not their.
They shouldn't have focused so much on directions from here to there.
Yeah. The directions, I think.
And then the keg roll.
The keg roll thing just took them too long.
Yeah.
Nina gets bogged down in details, and I think that just slowed them down. But at least we got to see them one time, but we got no elimination or non-elimination. So everyone's just going to go.
They're gone.
We're just leaving every week. So
they're gone. Yeah.
Will there probably be some continue racing, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting that they have to race hard because they know they won't get saved.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always hard for the first team to go out.
It is. It is. And especially some, I don't know, I just felt like they were kind of a standout in the preseason. Just with their enthusiasm and personalities. So
let's talk about Baggate. The bag controversy.
Baggate. Yeah, let's get into this. What are people
The rule is you have to have your bag when you land on the mat. Now, Justin from the green team of 1,000 years ago, how many years has it been?
It's probably been like 5.
I'm sorry, Justin. It's been a while. Justin was like, actually, it's just your passport you have to have. But then I also talked to the Holderness family, and they said that the producers drill it in and say you have to have your bag. If you don't have your bag, it'll be taken. So it's kind of like a threat. Like if you don't have your bag with you, you're probably not going to get it back. But she said that they kind of work with you and that more than likely this was the first leg. They kind of just let it slide. But Justin did also say that they can't actually leave. Like in the other countries that do Amazing Race, like Australia, they're like, you don't have your bag, you got to go get it. But the US doesn't let you leave the mat unless it's to get something like in like visual distance.
Oh, interesting.
But they wouldn't be allowed to run back to the car to get their bag.
Huh.
So maybe.
Why?
I don't know why.
Well, because we've seen some, I'm just thinking about teams who have shown up to the pit stop by mistake, for example.
Right.
And they're allowed to leave the pit stop then.
Right. Well, they didn't check in, I guess. I don't know. I was shocked that Justin said they're not allowed to leave because I feel like I've seen them leave.
Yeah.
But I guess it was just in other countries, not the US.
Your bag will be taken. I wonder if that's just like, be careful. Like,
I think it's just a threat.
Someone could steal your bag kind of thing. Or do you think they're specifically meaning production will take your bag?
Well, I mean, let's think about it. If production had set up that like they're going to check in at this mat right now and then they're going to be like shuttled to this hotel, they may not be going back to those cars. Like production literally may be like, and those bags are like being held at rental place X. I don't know, but that's a possibility if that's what production means of like, if you don't have it, you may not get it back. Maybe.
Interesting.
So I think we might see it addressed or adjusted in the next episode of like, you didn't have what you were supposed to check in. Maybe it affects the order. But from what the Holderness family was telling me, that more than likely the producers were just giving them a pass this time.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
But we don't know for sure, right?
No,
we could show up at the beginning of the next episode and they might say like, you lost your bags.
Yeah. Yeah. They might be like, you don't have your bag now for the rest of the race.
Interesting.
No one has addressed it from production. It's just us saying they don't have bags.
Yeah.
Literally. I think because Michael and Marcus had their fanny pack, they probably have their passports in there and that would probably count.
Sure.
But Team T-Rex did not. So. So we will see.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
That's our only possible controversy going on right now. Very excited it's back. So happy for Derek and Claire, but honestly loving so many of these teams.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, but we love, these are, I don't want to be too shady, but we love the way these two shows are cast. Amazing Race and Survivor.
100%.
Those two shows.
Read into that whatever you want. But these two shows, love their casting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Such a good point. Such a good point. Very excited to get to do Exit Press again this season for Amazing Race.
So exciting.
So that will be every Thursday for you guys. And reminder, our schedule is different next week.
Yes. So normally we are going to be doing Amazing Race streams on Wednesday. So that's going to be a little later than normal because that airs at 7 p.m. Pacific. So it's going to be like 8:15-ish Pacific. 11:15 for you East Coasters.
Yeah, sorry that's late.
So I'm sorry that's so late, but that's our plan this season. So that's going to be Wednesdays, and then Thursdays we'll do our Survivor recap.
Yes. Yes, you got it. And yes, you're right. Next week, both Survivor and Amazing Race are...
That's right, 90 minutes.
90 minutes. Yeah. So that'll be something next week. Yeah. All right. Also, Big Brother finale on Sunday. David and I will be live after that.
Yep.
And tomorrow, Chantel and I are recapping this week's Amazing Race Australia episodes. That's happening tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So much in this couple of weeks. But once Big Brother sort of wraps up, we're going to get more into the groove. So
yes.
Thank you for sticking with us.
For bearing with us. Appreciate it. You guys in the chat, appreciate it. I know it's late for some of y'all, but thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes, thank you. And if you're joining us later, which hopefully a lot of you are, leave us a comment, please. It does help the channel, and let us know your thoughts about Asta and Nina going home first.
So sad.
Derek and Claire getting first place. And who are you loving so far?
Yes, let us know, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.